Pedro? Has it been good to have that international break with the players?
Yeah, it was not the way we expected. At least it was planned from the beginning to go to Toronto, to have some times together with the group, to have a game with Benfica, which was a different one. But we rechanged it, reorganized the things, and had the chance to play with Morton, which for me it was okay because they share the same formation as St Johnstone, and also they share more or less the same style of play. So it was interesting for us to train.
You seem to have annoyed some of the St Johnstone players a little bit by suggesting that Morton are like St Johnstone.
If I cannot say that one team plays with the same formation and the same style of game, so I cannot say nothing.
Are you surprised by their reaction to that then?
No, I'm not at all. I don't care about it.
Has it been good to get that couple of weeks to get some players back from injury as well?
Yeah, some of players come back, others no. We are getting the group more like we were having in the beginning, a full group. But we were more focused on the details this week also because we make the analysis that we cannot concede so many goals the way we are conceding it. Especially we need to get back to the basics defending, the relation between when you have just one defender, two defenders, three defenders, the entire line or the entire block. So that's what we have been focused on, and the boys did great. They did great on the previous week, which we train normally much more stronger and with much more intensity. We use it also to give some minutes to the boys that is not playing that much. And this week we just focus again in the same principles in what we want and expect from the game. So what we want and expect from the game is don't let the opponent play their own game. And we start that challenge to play our own game. So it's going to be an interesting point.
You've seen more improvements from your squads over the past couple of weeks as well.
Yeah, and especially after this couple of weeks, because we have been working in those principles. And I think we are much more solid, of course, as a team, as a block, if we defend better, if we concede less goals. Because the difference of the goals scored is almost nothing from the teams that are leading the league. And we need to keep going with those associations in attack, but we want to improve defending. So that's the point we have been working along these 2 weeks.
Kenny Miller played in the Brentford and Morton game. Is he in your thoughts for Friday night?
Kenny is one of our players from the squad, like all the others. We always use the term equity, so that means all of them are having the same respect and behavior from our side. So, but I'm the manager. I decide the players who are going to start the games. I decide the players that are going to be on the squad. And I also decide the players that are going to be out of the squad. So Ken is definitely one of ours, and like all the others, depends on my decisions.
And is he likely to feature on Friday in the squad?
We still have a training tomorrow. To be honest, he felt something today on the training. I think it's not going to be nothing major. But tomorrow we'll have the squad, and we'll see if he's on the list or not. So we have more options now. As I told you, Ken is one of ours, and it's my decision if him, so as all the others, will be included on the list or not.
How has he reacted to being left out of the Hamilton squad?
No, with full respect. I mean, he's a senior player. He understands the things. We spoke, we clarify everything regarding to those decisions, because sometimes it's important for you to justify the decisions. Other times I don't have to justify nothing, but we clarify everything, and as I told you, he's one of ours.
Pedro, you mentioned you were hoping to get away to Canada to maybe bring the players even closer together as well. Was that a big blow to you? You couldn't do that. Have you tried to do other things during the 2 weeks to help the team get?
No, not at this moment in time. I mean, we were having that planning, and suddenly from one day to the other, on Saturday after Hamilton, or even more on Sunday morning, we had a confirmation that we were not going. So it's difficult to replan or reorganize everything just like that. So we focus on what we need to do. We focus, of course, in what was more important. So after all, we were preparing the match that we are going to play on next Friday. So we point all the things to that match, and we point everything in order to give more time to work the content the team needs to work.
Gordon Strachan spoke after Scotland's failing to qualify for the World Cup about
Portugal qualified yesterday.
Yes, I can ask you about that in a second. But Gordon Strachan said that one of the reasons Scotland failed to qualify was because of genetics and not being as powerful or stronger, as strong as other European nations. What's your take on that? And have you noticed anything different amongst the Scottish players to the European players you brought in here?
I think it's his point of view. You need to respect it. His own point of view more directed to the physical side of the game. But I think he also mentioned that Scotland and Spain were the shortest ones, right? But Spain plays a lot of football, so I think it's nothing to do with that.
And you mentioned Portugal there. Where do you feel the national team are compared to other countries having qualified for the World Cup now?
I feel that we are a very strong nation in football. I think we are much more solid than we were years ago. I think this is the 5th qualification in a row that we have. So that means 20 years we are doing the things okay. The opposite with Scotland. Since '98 is not in a major tournament. We already won the Europeans. We arrived on the semi-finals on the Confederations Cup, and now we are again directly without having the need to be on the pre-qualifier in another World Cup. And it was not easy against Switzerland because England, Germany, Belgium, Portugal, and Switzerland were the teams that get more points on the qualification stage. So Portugal is doing the things okay. He's having a fantastic coach. He's having a great group of players, a totally different mentality, and they know what it means to win. They know the tastes of winning. So they are just going in that direction.
And Bruno Alves was an unused substitute in that game. When will he be expected to join back up with the squad? And is he
will
fit
be.
for Friday?
I think he will be arriving in Scotland today. Definitely, he will be training with the group tomorrow, and will be able to be with us on Friday. You know that the Bruno situation, we were just following the process. If he did everything, so it's just totally recovered from the injury on the calf. We were just knowing if he was playing or not. So because he didn't receive, if he was playing 2 matches, it was difficult for him in 3 days recover and be with us. But without receiving minutes, definitely he can be with us. And maybe he can start also on Friday.
Pedro, you mentioned obviously it's 20 years Portugal been qualifying, Scotland not qualifying. In the time that you've worked in Scottish football and compare it to Portugal and elsewhere in Mexico, do you see things that Scottish football should be doing that, better in order that we can qualify again?
I don't know the Scottish football that deep, even less the Scottish football in the national team levels. So I don't have nothing to tell you regarding to that, but I will be glad as soon as I have some points that I can take it by analyzing the things to pass to the right people on the right place. But definitely as not being my job. I just know that it's a lot of time without a competition, so that means that something needs to be done in that direction.
Do you feel the youth football, I don't know how closely you've watched what's happening behind the scenes in youth football, do you feel that is the key to Portugal's success now?
The under-21s are just 1 point below England. I mean, I don't know the team, I don't know the squad, but I can tell you when I came here to make my badges, I was really obsessed the way the things were done here regarding to the coaches' formation, the coaches' education, and I really learned a lot when I was here. So I was expecting that the things were going in that direction. If the education of the coaches is so good, of course the old football should be also very good from the basis to the top. I mean, from the youth system until the professional leagues. But if, once again, the focus is on the fitness side, is on the physicality, I think we are not focused on the main of the game, which is the decision, which is the tactical side, which is the style of play, which is the game models, which is the training methodology. I mean, a lot of things surrounds the football nowadays, and I think we need to understand that information and that complementarity is going to be very, very useful for us.
What are you expecting from St Johnstone on Friday night?
First of all, I expect them not to train after we train tomorrow. Why I'm telling you that? Because I know that on the last season, and it was the last match, we train at 10, they train at 12, knowing already our first 11. So that's what I expect for 2 days from now.
Can Michael Halloran play against you?
No, he cannot play.
Any other injury concerns ahead of Friday?
I always tell that 2 days in advance, and something happens on the day after, so I hope not. I hope not.